shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome to the LVAC Central Las Vegas Athletic Club. We're about to get a chest and tries workout here, and we're gonna kill it. Let's go. So Vaughan, I've personally been here, like a handful of times already, and I've gotten to experience it a few times myself. Different times of the day, different times of the week, different groups of muscles,
Yeah.
And it's a different dynamic being alone as well, and having pretty much unlimited time like I did before. We didn't have a whole lot of time this time to really spend for our workout. We kind of had to rush this, and we did chest and tries, which was just 2 muscle groups. So we didn't really get to experience the whole gym for what it is. But for what we did experience, let's talk about this gym. So jumping right in, as you know, we categorize this in 4 different categories: atmosphere, management, equipment, and capacity. So starting with the atmosphere of this gym, I gotta say, I love being in a gym when it's pretty empty and you can use any equipment you want.
For sure. Yeah.
And there's no waiting line, anything like that. When there are people there, I want them to be, energized, motivated, happy, because it kind of affects my mood as well.
That's true. Yeah. Your surroundings affect your mood, right?
So you and I, Vaughan, we kind of feed off each other as far as our mood and our vibe. But I wasn't really getting that strong, happy, kind of motivated vibe from this crew at the gym.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that or not.
No, it was kind of like walking into Planet Fitness.
Yeah, there's just a feeling about the people in there that wasn't very energized, kind of down, kind of slow. And you could tell by looking at a lot of their bodies that this is kind of a regular kind of mood at this gym. And I noticed that before, when it was a lot more crowded too, and there was a lot more people. So I gotta say, for the atmosphere of this gym, based on mostly just the people, that's gonna bring my atmosphere rating to a 7.
7, all right. Yeah. Casey, I kind of get that a little bit. Where your surroundings kind of affect your own mood, right? And if you have kind of a tired atmosphere in a gym, it might kind of affect your workout in the same way. That being said, we were there on a Sunday night, and kudos to those people for getting in there on a Sunday night and getting in a workout.
Good point.
That's not many people do that actually, and so still kudos to them. I am also going to give this gym a 7, not for really the same reason though. When we walked in there, it was kind of like walking into like an old retro shopping mall. And I kind of like the retro feel to it, but it was a little bit dingy feeling. The lighting felt a little off, kind of yellowy, grayish. I don't know. It just the colors, it's old and it feels old, and like a lot of people like that retro style, but when I walk into a facility, I want it to feel fresh and new, and I just didn't feel it there. It kind of felt like I was in a walking through a memory of the 1980s or something, and I don't necessarily want that in my gym. But still, I think 7 is a pretty high rating, just given it's still kind of cool in a sense. You know, it's not necessarily my scene, but it's novel and it's unique. And for that reason, I'm still giving it a pretty high rating because I think that even if you're not into the whole retro vibe for, you know, the gym you go to every single day, I think it's still worth checking out.
Yeah. Not to mention there was a full supplement store inside the building, you know, just shelves and shelves of proteins and pre-workouts, BCAAs, all that stuff, anything you could probably need. There was like a GNC packed into this little corner.
That's true.
There was also a tanning little shop. There was a massage shop. There was a bank. So it looked like this building was potentially created as a mini mall when it was built. I don't know, that's kind of a guess, but based on those other little shops that were inside the building, that's kind of what I assumed.
Yeah. All right, so looking at management, I've only been to this gym once, so it's pretty hard to judge what they're like on, you know, a day-to-day basis. You know, the people who helped us out were friendly enough. They were polite. They were very straightforward. That being said, they were, you know, I actually think that they were a little bit lacking in energy, or you know, management should always, to some degree, act happy to see customers or happy to help new customers, and it's not like they acted unhappy to help us or anything, but you know, it definitely wasn't the same as, you know, visiting the Dragon's Lair gym where they're like, welcome, come in, you know. And so, you know, again, it's just sort of, you know, it gives off the feel of your pretty average public gym sort of management setting, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, it wasn't anything particularly out of the ordinary or extraordinary. So I'm gonna go ahead and give management an 8. You know, again, I don't have enough insight to give it a higher score or a lower score, so I'm gonna stick with that.
This was hard to really get a good grasp on because we were only there for a night and we didn't really talk to the management other than for just getting our day passes and getting into our workout. But I also asked the guy at the front desk if I could do a video walkthrough, which you'll see at the end of this video. And he said, yeah, as long as, you know, it's not bothering the other guests and no one asks you to turn it off, that's fine. So based on the little that I can tell you about the management, and that includes my previous visits to the LVAC as well, I'm gonna give that an 8. It seemed overall like the gym was well organized and clean, other than the plates just kind of being all over the place. Are you gonna put them all back where they're supposed to go?
You know what, dude? I believe in leaving it nicer than where you came. Like, whatever motherfucker was here before us, not know shit.
All right, we'll tune back in with you in about a half hour after these weights are all put away. I just kind of think that all the members have this habit now of just kind of not putting away their weights when they're done using them. They just kind of leave them everywhere. But other than that, I think the cleanliness and the organization in the gym was held up very well by the management.
That's true, yeah.
So speaking of equipment, as far as the equipment goes, I think that is by far my favorite part of this gym.
Oh yeah.
It's all pretty much old hammer strength equipment, which that's built to basically last for decades, and just all the beating you can possibly do on it, it's gonna handle it well. It's gonna be durable for years and years to come. It's all engineered the best possible way. I personally think that the 70s, 80s, and 90s eras of equipment, the way it was engineered was just so rugged and durable and just almost bulletproof, you know. And that was most of the equipment in this gym, mostly hammer strength and similar really tough, rugged stuff. And so we only got to use a little bit because we were doing a chest and tries workout. But looking around at the rest of the gym, I mean, for every muscle group, they've got just so much variety of equipment, and it's all so heavy duty. So I really enjoyed using the equipment that we did get to use. So with that, I'm going to give equipment a 9.
Yeah, Casey, I am right with you there on, the equipment. I think it was very high quality stuff. It all seemed, pretty old. The equipment was old. The weights were completely metal. They kind of clanked around. I love that. I love that old feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I love the clanky, full metal plates. You just don't see those enough anymore. So yeah, that was really cool aspect. The hammer strength, really durable. But not even that. You can find like old equipment if not managed properly. It doesn't even matter if it's a hammer strength or if it's engineered with good quality. If you don't take good care of it, then it's gonna still kind of fall into disrepair. But here at this gym, they take excellent care of their equipment. I didn't see any equipment that was out of order. It was, it all functioned properly. Everything was oiled. All the weights, were available in order. It was really, really well kept up equipment, and there was so much of it. Pretty much everything you would think to need in a gym. They had a really extensive leg section. I even think that there was, if I recall, there's a like a leg press where you lay on your back and press upwards. Yeah. I think they even had one of those, and you never see those in gyms. I mean, they literally had all of the leg equipment to your heart's desire. I kind of wish we got to hit legs there, honestly. But yeah, we hit chest, and it was still a great workout. I mean, they had everything you needed there. Really great. I'm gonna go ahead and give equipment a 10 out of 10. I have absolutely no problems with the equipment at LVAC. Really, really great stuff.
And you're known for not giving many 10s out.
No, I don't give out many 10s, but I'm really, really satisfied with the quality of the equipment at this gym.
I really was close to giving this a 10 as well. The only thing that kept me from that was just the weights being scattered everywhere. We just had to scavenge to find the weight that we needed at certain points. So that's the only thing that can, take that down from a 10 to a 9 for me. Anyways, moving on to the next category, we have capacity.
So, in terms of capacity, I was only there again one time. It was on a Sunday night when gyms all over the country are known at being pretty much their emptiest. People just do not go to the gym on Sunday night. So if you hate crowded gyms, that is the time to go to the gym. And I've taken much note of that because I despise crowded gyms. I absolutely hate crowded gyms. And you know what made me really freaking happy is when I walked into LVAC and it wasn't crowded whatsoever. It was surprisingly empty in there, actually. And it was great. I mean, albeit there was kind of low energy in there because of how empty it was, I think. But, there were no crowds at all. And I love that. That being said, I also have to kind of give my score based on what I think the gym capacity might be like if it got crowded. I think that for the most part, there's enough equipment in that gym overall to where you probably won't have to wait very long for anything, if at all, even if it's at its peak hours. I don't know if you've had a different experience with that, Casey, but it seems to me like crowds are probably not a major issue, just you thinking about how large that gym is. I think some of the equipment is really close together, and that might kind of create an issue for crowding and for overall gym flow, especially if you're trying to transfer from one piece to the next. And so I think that there might be some potential for traffic hiccups, and so just knowing that how gyms get, especially these big public gyms, I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8, which is still a really good score for capacity, I think.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and I guess me personally, I would take almost all the time. I would take a low energy, low traffic gym over high energy, high traffic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would prefer high energy, low traffic
That's the
anytime
dream.
I can, yeah. But most often you don't find that. So the capacity at this gym on a Sunday night, as Vaughan said, was great. I've been there 4 or 5 other times when the capacity was, I mean, what you'd expect from a commercial gym. You know, this is a local commercial gym in Vegas, but it's comparable to a Gold's Gym or 24-Hour Fitness, which all of those are kind of usually in the mid-range for my ratings of capacity. So my rating for capacity at the LVAC as a whole, including anytime, would be a 7, just because it's very similar in traffic to most gyms out there. So with all of those numbers calculated, added up, and divided, that's going to bring the LVA Central Rand rating to an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10, really good score. Overall, great facility. Maybe lacking a little bit in the atmosphere department, mostly. I think that's the biggest thing for both of us.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that this gym is great. And, base membership is $25 a month. I think we paid $20 for a day pass. So again, the price is also very manageable. You're getting a whole lot of gym for what you're paying for here. There are 24-hour fitnesses, which, half the size, dirty facility, terrible management for like $40 a month. LVAC, great gym for the price. Check it out when you're in Vegas. It's a great place.
Yeah, and again, great place, but you probably want to find the best time to lift and go experience that as fully as you can without too many people getting in the way. But that's going to wrap it up for this gym review. We hope to have you guys back with us in the next one. And thanks for joining us. Talk to you next time.